Okay, this video is going to show you how to paint your calipers red. I'm going to show you what I've been doing for years that really looks great. The caliper I'm going to paint red, and the disc where you see the silver I'm going to paint gloss black, as well as the top of the disc where it usually rusts. This way it looks great, and I'll videotape the process how I do it, and this way it'll be a great tutorial. We're doing this on a 2016 A3 Cabriolet S-Line, so it has a 19s. The materials you're going to need for this is a few brushes, some cardboard so you don't get paint on the floor. The paint that I like using is the, you have it here, the Gloss Fire Red Tremclad Rust Paint. It actually comes out really nice, and it lasts for years. And then the gloss black for the discs. I use brushes. I have a heat gun and the tools to jack up the car, remove the wheels, and so on. I also have a pad for my knees, or when I'm sitting down on the floor, it's a little bit more comfortable. Okay, see you soon. Okay, so I removed the wheel, I cleaned the caliper, I taped up the rubber boot that from the brake, and then here's the disc. These are my paints and my brushes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly apply the paint, not allowing it to drip, and then with my heat gun I'm going to heat it up just so that it dries a little bit. It's a little bit tedious, but we're going to go back and forth, try and get at least 3 to 4 good coats, and then that's it. So you'll see the result. Okay, so I just did the first coat, and the whole idea is that you're going to be using these little brushes, and you're going to go very slowly because you don't want to get paint on the brake pad. You don't want to get paint where you don't want to get paint. So basically, you do a very light coat. This paint has incredible coverage. So this is just coat 1. Now what I'm doing is I'm heating it and just letting it dry a little bit before I go on to the next step. The next step, I'm gonna do the first coat of black on the disc, and then I'm gonna go to the back, do 1 coat. By the time I'm done there, I can come back here and do the second coat, and then go there, and so on and so forth. Okay, so you see, I'm starting to put the black. The reason why I put a little bit here is because the way the mag fits on, there's a little bit of a lip. So I want to cover that lip so it stays black. It's okay if you paint a little bit here. It's not going to be a big deal. You also want to paint up here. And you want to get inside and paint all here, because this rust, the car has less than 30 miles on it. So right now it's not rusted, but give it a couple of weeks, this will all be rusted, and you're putting all this time making your red calipers with rusty discs. It really doesn't look nice. So you go in, you try and cover it so that you don't see any of that rust. This doesn't hurt the disc, to my knowledge. Now, I may be wrong. Some mechanics, you guys can write your comments at the bottom of this video, but I've been doing this for years. Literally years. Every single car I've owned, first thing is do the calipers, because I hate the rust look. Okay, now you may be asking, how do you get the black on this part? So then what I do is I turn the disc. Now I have the car in neutral, and you have to be very careful. A little bit of leverage. You have to be very careful when the car's in neutral that it doesn't roll. So my garage is perfectly level, and I'm not afraid of it rolling or anywhere. Okay, so I just did the first coat of the black and the first coat of the red. So that's basically the idea. Obviously I got some paint on the disc, but the pad is gonna cut it once it's all dry. So that's not even going to be an issue. And it should look really nice when we're done. Okay, so the front, I did one coat, and now I'm going to start. So you see, I just put a little bit of paint, and I highlight what I want. Remember, no one's going to see underneath, yet I still do it. And you don't want to get too close to the brake pad, so you'll see how I tackle that one. But basically, I go over it like this, and I'll go all the way to here, and I'll stop there. Then I go down, and I always go over, make sure there's no drips. You do not want it to drip. Take your time. Okay, so you see, load up the brush with a little bit more paint. It's a little bit tedious and a little bit slow, but if you take your time, you'll get really nice results. So this is the rear all done. There you go. Now I didn't drive on it yet, so the brakes are not cut. I'll show you that after. That's the back. And here's the front. Okay, so this is the finished product. It's the next day. I just washed the car. I put some wheel shine, and that's what it looks like. And you see with the black disc, it really pops. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and definitely try it. Every disc and every caliper is different, but just take your time. I started last night at 10 p.m. and I finished about 2 in the morning. So it did take me about 4 hours to do it nicely, but it came out really, really nice. I'm very, very happy, and the look, it looks nice and sporty and not rusty, which is the point. Thank you so much, and if you have any comments, leave them below.